double teamed at Dorian Finney-Smith. Dinwiddie enters inside to Claxton. He elbows Reith out of the way and laid it up and in. Is good at getting past that first tier of defense, but steps back in rhythm and nails a jumper.
A team start a game in zone defense.
But here we are. Claxton drives in deep, goes to the left hand.
In the early going, both teams being deliberate.
That's good for analysts, you know.
Yeah, it gives us time to unpack it. But
yeah. Court to Reith out on top. Brogdon a deep three with 4 to shoot. And Reith is there to field it and fire it down the hole. A two-hand tip.
Rim.
Inbound straight away to Reith. He'll square up and he rolls one in with 6 to shoot as they just brought it in. For the Blazers. Simon swings over to Grant, gets a screen from Reith. Claxton switches on him. In he comes Grant with a beautiful roundhouse hook with the offhand.
Make something happen.
Johnson comes off the screen into the paint. There's some paint points amassed for the Nets. They lead it. Ball is short and the rebound to Brogdon. Simons out ahead to Grant. Centering pass to Reith. Chopping his steps. Trying to get by a man. Contact is made. And that's a blocking foul on Cameron Johnson of the Nets. And on the night, 5 and 12 here at home. Johnson jump stops outside of Bridges. Leans in for a triple. Got it.
Did some commercial real estate. Shout out my guy John Offschuler in Dallas, and I actually spent some time coaching at SMU again. It was a grad assistant.
There's nothing like being on the bus, on the plane with the fellas, getting prepped and ready to play some basketball.
Man, that's the best thing. Having my teammates around and going through the routine.
The Blazers at that point had a G League team. Now he's the beneficiary of that, just as Reith did.
Yes.
He takes it to the stripe
and play my game.
And that's really what you got to do as a pro. Being a pro is about doing what you do best as often as possible.
Live legs, the jumping ability, they're able to attack and anticipate the glass in a way that has allowed them to get second looks.
Bridges runs it up. Bottoms. It's a 3.
Yeah, and that's all it takes. Those guys are always ready, and they show up and show out when their number is called. And
Dennis Smith inside. Baji, I think, will get credit for a block there. He certainly stopped Smith outside. Trendon Watford. Defend Cam Thomas. Watford trailing for 3, and he knocks it down. Moran, your head coach. Here's a driving kick. It's Thibault knocking down a triple. Jim, of course, for years an assistant at this lead they had in the first quarter since meeting the Suns on January the 1st. Scoot gives to Baji, ready hands, knocks it down. Comes free. Matisse keeps it alive. Brogdon scoops it up and sends in a running right-hander. And the Blazers take a lead of 3. One had 2. Dennis Smith baseline right. Double team beneath the rim outside. And there is Cam Thomas averaging 9. He will let it fly. Smith, the interception. He can hop. He'll spin and eases that one over the cup. Probes it. Thibault outside. Swings here to Kamara. He's got a lane. Right to the cup to lay it up and in. Time to show up, my friend. But we're glad you're here. We're glad you're safe.
I made it. I'm just thrilled to be here. This has been awesome to watch.
Physically restraining you if something happens out on the floor that we think, you know, is redeemable.
So they actually got off to a great start considering they didn't really play much yet.
That's a great number. I'm swinging ahead here to Kamara. In the corner. Thibault a 3, no. Rebound slap. It's juggled and it's loose.
Of course
it's Kamara who comes up with it and laying it in. First quarter, Lonnie Walker lets it fly, no. Walker the 4th, a triple. Royce O'Neal forces him along the lane. Outside of Walker for 3. Got a clean look and drilled it. Blazers doing this, Michael, without Simons.
That's a deep 3 right there.
Dominating the ball. Like that fuse, Michael, and away he goes.
No, once you see that thing go through, he starts getting excited and fired up.
I fell on the way over here.
Yeah, how many times did you fall? Tell him.
It was 1. The Haberstadt tonight is 1.
I'm going to take you off your feet. Nothing.
Not your first rodeo. No.
No.
It was my first one today.
Because I didn't have the skills, right? I got in the back of his car and laid, and I didn't know it was a shovel in my neck.
To that 3 just a moment ago.
All season long, the best offensive rating of any Blazer. When he's on the floor, they put up buckets.
Bridges couldn't move as he darts by Reith. Nobody home. He'll lay it up and in. He defends up top along with Cameron Johnson. Over comes to Grant. Setting up Dinwiddie with a dribble. Grant checked by Bridges. Switches toward the baseline and spins back middle.
That was a baby dream shake.
Johnson the other way. Into the picture. Inside is Simons defending Bridges. Walker drives it. High arcing runner up and in. On the inbounds, it's Grant. Has a step into the lane. Lead it up and in. Steered away, 3 to shoot. Reef's got to get it up. He does. With one dribble, he cranks in a triple. Yeah, that won't change. Here's Grant with it. Hard dribble drive with the left hand. Switches to the right. Turns the body over traffic. And laid it up and in. Here early in this game. The average is better than 2 blocks a ball game. Johnson out on the wing. Drills a 3. Blazers 4-4. Outside Brogdon, the starter tonight, drills a 3. Claxton jumps out on Brogdon and backs him into the paint. Walker outside, sets his toes for 3, drilled it. 3. He's going to come back next year. He'll be a league average 35%, I think. Here's Claxton at the rim, posing. Brogdon outside, Sutton twitch for 3, got it. Just that little bit of screen action there from Brian Budge. Wraps it between the wickets, drives in deep on the post up. Oh, he just Bogarts Dinwiddie for the bucket.
So he is a guy who loves to get into the paint, but that deep 3.
Dinwiddie coming off a Claxton screen, bounces to Bridges, 2 to shoot. Dinwiddie now made aware of that, leans back. Bridges angling to the cup, left it short. Brogdon will summon it outside here to Simons.
Nice.
Has an advantage. Oh, off balance, getting by Dinwiddie. Wanted a call, but won't get it. In the meantime, the Nets sprint down the floor, and Cameron Johnson poses for a 2-hander.
From a hockey rebound rate. Let's work on that.
I'm working on it now. Hold on.
Dribble handout intercepted. Dinwiddie up the floor. That's happened now 3 times in this game, Michael. We're on the edge on a soft pass or.
They can go up to the max to retain him, but they're gonna have some competition. He's a very coveted player around the coming draft, late 1st round pick. So you might hear 1st round pick and think, oh, that could be a lottery. No.
Brogdon stepped through, laid it in, count that bucket. And the Blazers needed that one. Operating here to Grant. Gets a dribble on the deck, into the lane to the glass, laid it up and in. Beautiful move by Jeremy Grant. Shut off by O'Neal. A double move into a spin. Up and in. Oh, what a move.
That's 9. Finney-Smith on target. It's a 3.
Simons pitches over here to Kamara. Off into the corner to Grant. He'll square, fire, and hit. Jeremy Grant. Kamara made it a tough deal. Simons on the bounce. Survey switches to the left hand for a pull-up and nestles that one in. Up 3. Reef stumbles to the floor from his knees to Thibault. Up to Ant. Breaks down. Thomas drives to the rack and laid it in. Allowing the Blazers to hang in here down 2. Grant outside for 3. Got it. Jeremy Grant steers in a triple. His 2nd of the night. Swings it outside. Bridges had a step on Grant and laid it in. A flutter ball by Bridges. Backing down, turns, steadies, spins back, fires over Claxton, no, grabbed by Reed, pumped it up and in. They're going to call this one on the Blazers. There. Yeah, well, they weren't real definitive there in that call. Simons in the paint, hits a step back. Simons, it's a 2-point lead for the Blazers. Into the lane comes Dinwiddie, hippity hop, right to the rack to lay it in. Dinwiddie with a nice strong take.
Woke up in the middle of the night, could not walk. So here we are.
But you made it on the shot clock. Dinwiddie, the crossover into a triple. Works on Cameron Johnson, gathering momentum with a dribble into the lane. Laid it up and in. He twirls and barely got his shoulders square to the target remaining. 14 to shoot. Slides in on Claxton, a good shot blocker. Pivots away, gives to Simons. To the baseline, pull up over Bridges is good! Simons double teamed over to Malcolm, takes it, shoots it with 2. Rimming no, tip jam, Kamara no. Grant is there to flip it up and in. Bounce to Dinwiddie outside of Cameron Johnson. Passes up a look to drive it and will lay it up and in. Jeremy Grant came over and defended. 5 and 2/10 seconds remaining, however. Blazers call time. Comes out. Bridges comes out with Simons. Here is Simons for the win. Drives into the lane, running right-hander. Up and in! Simons, the runner. .2.